Chairman, and welcome to each of you. As part of my effort to focus on ensuring the fitness of all nominees who come before any of my committees, I ask the following two initial questions, and we'll start with Mr. Duffy and go right down the line. First question, since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
Never.
Let's go down the line.
No, sir. No, Senator.
No.
No.
Second question, have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement relating to this kind of conduct?
No.
No, Senator.
No.
No.
This is the first hearing of this committee since the security breach involving Signal and involving the attack on Yemen. So I am going to ask each of you yes or no questions. And again, we'll start with Mr. Duffy. Based on your backgrounds, each of you has had a security clearance. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, Senator. I have a clearance.
I didn't hear you say, do I have or have I had?
But have you had? If you
I
either
have,
have or have
historically,
had?
yes.
Yes. So you know
Yes.
what a security clearance is.
Yes, Senator.
Go ahead. And each of you would agree that protecting classified information is important?
Yes.
Yes, Senator.
It's obligatory.
It's what?
Obligatory.
Yes. It's the law. Have any of you discussed classified information on an unclassified device or medium?
No.
No, Senator.
No.
No, Senator.
I'm glad that all of you have answered no, because that's pretty obvious. If you admitted that you did not follow the law, that you will be admitting to committing a federal crime. Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask unanimous consent that the record of this hearing include the March 26 Atlantic article, which includes all of the Signal chat attack plans for the strikes on Yemen, to be included in the record of this hearing.
Is there objection? Without objection, it is so ordered.
I also join those of my colleagues who are calling for an investigation. Sooner the better. I think we need to counter the tendency of this administration to want to sweep everything under the rug whenever things get uncomfortable for them. I have a question for Dr. Bank. Joint basing construct between the Air Force and Navy at Joint Base Pearl Harbor, HICM, has led to extensive infrastructure and military construction delays, including at the HICM Air Force Base or airfield. These delays have impacted the military's readiness in the Indo-Pacific and warfighter quality of life. Will you commit to working with my office to resolve these readiness gaps and quality of life challenges? Dr. Mick.
Senator, I commit to working with you. HICM and the Hawaii are in general critical to operations within the Indo-PACOM theater. So I've had an opportunity to spend and operate out of there in the past. I understand the importance of it, and I will commit to working with you in Congress and with the Navy, the new Secretary of the Navy, to work on those issues.
And of course, I'd like to see a lot more coordination between the Navy and the Air Force on the needs, these construction needs. So I hope that you have some plans on how you will enhance the kind of coordination I'm talking about.
Yes, Senator, as I just mentioned, I think it's going to be critically important that I work closely with the Navy and the Department of the Air Force, of course, to do what we need to do to ensure that the infrastructure in Hawaii can support an Indo-PACOM and Indo-PACOM.
Thank you. I'm running out of time, but the infrastructure needs and the modernization needs of all of our bases are, I think, critical for readiness, national security. So I do have a question relating to a concern about the state of our military bases again, particularly in Hawaii. And that's why I'm introducing a requirement in this year's NDAA for each military service to submit a 30-year a 30-year infrastructure plan modeled after the Navy's annual 30-year shipbuilding plan, and this will ensure, one hopes, long-term planning, resilience, investments, and the accountability for all services. Would you support, Dr. Bay, a 30-year infrastructure plan for the Department of the Air Force?
Senator, as I always have for my career, I will work to answer and address any language we get from Congress.
I think that we need a longer-term plan, because what happens is when you don't have this kind of a plan, then the money that is supposed to go for these kinds of modernization and improvements gets taken for other purposes. And that is why I think that if we have a long-term plan, that we in Congress will be able to see whether you are comporting with such a plan. So I hope that you will see your way to supporting such a requirement in the NDAA. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And